Tonight, a Northwest Suburban Conference girls game between the Osseo Orioles and the Maple Grove Crimson. From Osseo High School, John Jacobson and Ryan Iverson, first of the varsity doubleheader tonight. The boys will follow at around 7:30. And Ryan, two coaches that know each other very well. Doug Erlene coached with the Maple Grove program for years now, second year as head coach of Osseo, trying to turn around a program that's had a lot of success in the past. Not so much recently, but he has them playing hard coming into tonight's game against the Crimson.
Well, you said it. They play hard. And I think if you're Maple Grove, it's a rivalry game. The coaches know each other, but the players know each other. A lot of these girls grew up playing against each other. So you throw the records out, all the cliches out. You expect a really hard-fought game. I expect a close game. Both similarly, both very well coached. Both are fundamentally sound. Offensively, both averaging in the 50s. So it's going to be low scoring defensively. And whoever wins those games, John, is whoever's tough. Who's ever making the small plays, they add up to big plays.
Osseo comes in 5-11. Maple Grove 14-4. They've been a top 10 team, coming off a huge win last night against a very good Centennial team. Question is, playing back-to-back nights, does that affect them coming into tonight's game?
Yeah, I think it does in a way, but I think if you have a senior-led team, which they do, it doesn't. You're coming off, you're confident, you're in a rhythm. You just played a really good game. They sit atop the leaderboard right now in the conference. You come back, you got to take care of business. The first 3 minutes of this game, John, are going to tell me a lot about Maple Grove. If they're tired, they seem sluggish, they're sloppy, we might have a long game, but if they come out and are sharp, I anticipate them to have a really good night.
Let's look at our key players, starting with the visitors. Jordan Lampard Jr. went over 1,000 career points earlier this season, and really a tough player to defend inside.
She really is, because she's so strong, but yet she moves really well. She's got great size, 15 points, but almost 10 rebounds too. And the thing I like about her is she's added to her game. She's a phenomenal shooter. I saw her at Lifetime a couple weeks ago, and she made like 15 threes in a row. So she's got that capability to step out, use her quickness, and then she just uses her body so well. She's dynamic. They're going to need her to have a good game tonight.
And for Osseo, one of their seniors, Jasmine Choi.
And Jasmine is just one of those girls. Nothing's going to jump out at the TV screen, John, but 10 points a game. She gets all those loose balls, putbacks, rebounds. She's just one of those players you want a lot of them on your team because she plays hard. She does it the right way.
Should be a good one here tonight. Osseo and Maple Grove. Varsity doubleheader from Osseo High School will tip off the girls' game on CCX right after this.
Part-time job, full-time hustle, all-time Shiro to all of us. You nurture, we listen. You teach, we thrive. You lift our spirits, but we've got to lay down the truth. It's time for you, our Shiro, to stretch for the stars. A free online chat can give you the personalized tips you need to start boosting your retirement savings today. Start saving more for retirement so you can feel prepared and live your life to the fullest. Visit aceyourretirement.org/Shiro.
Maple Grove and Osseo about to tip off high school girls basketball tonight on CCX1. The 14-4 Crimson and the 5-11 Osseo Orioles. On a box-out cancer night, donation announced before the game made by the Osseo girls basketball program to the Pay It Forward organization in the amount of $1,500.
And kind of neat what that organization does. It doesn't go to cancer research. It goes to help pay bills for families and individuals that are going through cancer treatment. So wonderful cause. And we see it all over the state, but it's just a level of excitement when you get to come to these.
Let's look at our starters for tonight's game. Starting with the Crimson, forward Jordan Lampker, a 6-foot junior. The guards, Kylie Veronic, 5'7" junior. Abby Schulte, 5'9" senior, who just went over 1,000 career points last night against Centennial. Izzy Grant, 5'8" junior, and Ari Gordon, a 5'10" sophomore. For the Osseo Orioles, their forwards, Jasmine Choi, Jaden Klein, and Isabel Cronin. They are all seniors. Their guards, both young. Leah Wilson, a freshman, and Abel Holman, an 8th grader. Well, starting 5 for the Orioles.
And not only are they young, John, but they're talented, both averaging in double figures. So it'll be fun to watch their maturation process over the next couple of years.
And our coaches for Maple Grove is Mark Cook, now in his 15th year as head coach, state tournament appearance, back-to-back seasons, including a 5th place finish in 2019. And for Osseo, Duggar Lane, as I mentioned, spent many years in the Maple Grove program, now 2nd year as head coach here at Osseo.
I was watching the player introductions and Coach Erlene talking in depth to all the Maple Grove players as they were coming over. So you can tell this is very aware and very familiar with these girls and makes it a lot more fun. A lot of interesting, good times. And you're going to have to earn it tonight because both teams are going to know what each other's tendencies are as well.
Been a few years since Osseo has beaten Maple Grove.
2017.
Yeah, January 2017. So they are looking to reverse that tonight. Maple Grove won the last 5 in the series. Osseo overall, though, leads the all-time series 31-15. They won the first 12 of the series going back to when Maple Grove opened in 97-98. You look at the scores from last season.
Yeah, not very competitive last year, and shows you how recency bias plays a role. I would have thought it was 31-15 all-time Maple Grove, but to your point, I think early on Osseo, and we got to remember Osseo had some great teams, over the course of the last few years. So they're going to get back there, and I tell you, you start an 8th and a 9th grader, you're going to go through some growing pains, John, but you're going to see the rewards and the fruits of that too coming up in the next couple of years.
Opening tap controlled by Maple Grove. We are underway, the crimson and the white with the crimson and gold trim, and Osseo in their home orange. Boys varsity to follow. Hop down to the baseline to Gordon. Maple Grove swinging it around the perimeter. Schulte quickly into the hands of Veronic. Lampker to the right corner. Shot up from there. Not good by Brandt, but rebounded by Gordon.
You can see Osseo, John, playing the 2-3 zone, and they're putting Jordan Lampker right in the middle of that. She's going to be flashing into the middle. There they made a switch. But if you can get that ball into the middle, the defense collapses, and that's where you can get open lanes and open shots.
Lampker to Brandt. 3. This one is good.
Great patience that time, and it was all set up because of the Gordon offensive rebound. And even though that's a great pass by Lampker, I'd like to see her try to score that. She got down on the baseline. It was a great skip pass, though, and knocked down.
Leah Wilson passing out to Jaden Klein. Looked inside and then holds it. Now will swing it back left side. Shot get partially blocked. Gordon with the rebound and gets it into the hands of Veronic. Well, knocked away, and Klein comes up with the steal for Osseo. Holman and hands it back out top to Wilson. She'll set the offense, gets it back into the hands of Holman. Outside shot knocked down. That is Jaden Klein with the basket.
She's their leading scorer, just under 16 points per game, and you talk about playing a couple of young girls. Well, there's the senior leadership stepping up, making that first shot.
Block on the baseline on Veronic's shot. Osseo gets possession again. Holman penetrates, trying to go up, and the foul's going to be whistled on Schulte.
Yeah, that was just a great quick move by Holman. Again, only an 8th grader, John, and she's going against a very good defender in Abby Schulte. And I'll tell you what, you go up strong, you go into contact, you're going to get rewarded more often than not.
Holman averaging 10.6 points per game.
And one of 4 players for the Orioles, John, averaging in double figures, so they got very good balance on this team.
Gets the second free throw, and they have the lead, 4-3. Lampard looks inside, now the pass. At the free throw line, driving, nice. Schulte off the glass, up and in.
That's so much harder than that looked. She made that look easy. You catch that ball in the middle of the zone, you got people coming from all sides of you. It's kind of a nerve-wracking feel. And she ripped through, extended out, beautiful finish. I tell you, she's at a season high. She had 40 in a game this year. Right. She is an unbelievable scorer, having a great year.
This 3-ball by Cronin comes up short. Gordon to the front court. Lampard will pass it back out. They go to the corner. Lampard, one dribble into the paint. Nice Schulte pass. Finds Gordon up and in.
Beautiful pass. And you can see Osseo struggling with keeping that ball out of the middle. That ball gets to the middle against the zone, especially a 2-3. You're very vulnerable to it, and especially when you got a playmaker there like Schulte, and she made a great pass.
Nice little spin move and off the glass, up and in. 2 more for Klein.
13, Jaden Klein.
You should sell washing machines because that was the spin cycle right there. Beautiful spin on the baseline. She's got 5 quick points.
Off the hands of Lampard, out of bounds, turnover Maple Grove. Seven, 6.
I thought there was nowhere to go on that drive. See the double team coming, and remember, she's left-handed, so spinning back to her right and then shooting with her left hand. Not an easy play, but she made it look beautiful.
Wilson, and you get a 5-second call.
That was a great job by Coach Cook there dictating the 5-second call. Did you hear? Great communication, letting that referee know.
Inbound in front of the Crimson bench. And Brandt putting it in play. A little under 4 minutes played here on CCX. Remember the boys gained a foul between these schools from Osseo, another Crimson turnover. They've had a few here in the early going. Wilson into the lane, nowhere to go with it. Has to come back out with the pass. Shot and good. A 2-pointer up and in by Wilson.
Yeah, the shot, John, was almost like an afterthought. She kind of took a dribble, looked around, and I'll shoot it up, and nothing but rim. And I think, Osseo off to a nice start here, kind of controlling the pace. That zone defense, I think, does a great job of just slowing the rhythm of the game down.
Trying to attack the basket and getting fouled is Schulte. She'll go to the line to shoot 2.
And I like the idea of putting Schulte in the middle there because, as she's shown already a couple of times, a great pass, a great drive for a layup. That time another move, drawing the foul. She's so versatile. She's got good height, too. And you want to put really your best playmaker in the middle of that offense. Zone defenses are designed to make an offense stagnant. And so far, I think Maple Grove, even though they're a little stagnant, they've done a good job of getting that ball to the middle. And every time they have, usually good things have happened.
Maple Grove back in the lead now, 9-8.
Oh, what a pass.
Wide open, a great pass. And the finish by Cronin.
Well, Holman that time, again, 8th grader, taking the ball pressure, makes a great move. But what I loved is her head was up. She knew she couldn't get a shot, but created a great shot. Nice driving kick.
Beranek now the left side inside the Lampard. Back out to Gordon. And it goes. Lampard, a little drop step and a foul on Klein. That'll be her second.
And that's a big fall because Klein is so good offensively. for Osseo, but that time they switched, they put Jordan Lamker at the middle there, and again, when you can see when she's aggressive and is attacking, she's very, very capable, very talented. I'd like to see her always be aggressive like that. And she's a very good shooter, got a nice touch, and good from the free throw line as well.
Lamker getting her first point of the night. Flo Tuazama in for Osseo, along with Lyric Walters. Double team in the backcourt on Wilson. Out of bounds, knocked off Maple Grove.
Nice little change of pace here at Maple Grove. Maybe trying to pick the pace up a little bit. Full court press after that made free throw. They did a nice job. You want to avoid picking your dribble up in the corner, John, when you got two long defenders on you and they can trap you. That's no man's land. Not fun to be in that position. And
Sophia, excuse me. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying now it looks like they're going more to a half-court trap there.
Sophia Corman and Becca White in for Maple Grove. Crimson by 1 here in the early going of the first half. Drive, that's going to pass, and unable to finish was Choi off the pass from Flo Tuazama. Back come the Crimson. Schulte to White, back to Schulte.
I'd like to see that shot right there.
Schulte drives, a little scoop shot, not good. She'll go to the line for 2.
You know, we've seen Schulte have games where she's had 3, 4, 5 threes in a game, and no one really looking for that perimeter shot right now for Maple Grove. Instead, not settling for that, and that's a lot of times what zones want you to do is take that quick outside shot. That time Schulte, I think, had an open look, but you can see how explosive she is off the dribble, able to take contacts, draw the foul, get to the free throw line.
Having a very good senior season in basketball, coming off an all-state year in soccer, headed to North Dakota State for basketball next year. She's made all 4 of her free throws here in the early going. Maple Grove by 3, and that pressure in the backcourt on Osseo.
I don't watch a lot of soccer. John, is she better at soccer, you think, or at
She's
at
a
basketball?
really good soccer player. I mean, I don't know. It's tough to say.
That's going to be 2 fouls, too, on Schulte.
And she almost didn't play soccer her senior year. One of her teammates said, yeah, you got to come out. And she did, and I think she was happy because they won a state championship.
I think the team was happy, too. You
No
can just
doubt.
tell when you watch her, she just looks like a natural athlete, very coordinated. Probably put her on just about any sport, and she'd be one of the best players.
Shot up there, not good. Now, the last foul on Maple Grove was on Schulte, so that is her second. So she and Choi for Osseo, each with 2. Schulte in the game right now, but they've got somebody at the table, presumably to check in for her.
Yeah. Nice pass.
Up and in, Corman. That was a great look.
That's how you beat a zone, not dribbling, but passing the ball, moving the ball. Great job to Lamker, and then you can see as soon as Lamker caught it, Corman dove right to the front of the rim. Great feed, easy layup, great zone offense.
From the corner, 3 ball, not good, and off of Choi and out of bounds. And Schulte will come out. Baronic back in for Maple Grove.
Keep an eye on Baronic, too. Just had a little sprained ankle last night, but really wanted to go tonight. But it's been a little bit sore, so we'll just see how she's able to move on that and how she ends up doing throughout the course of the game.
Baronic. Brandt can shoot the 3 ball, and in and out and back in. She's got 2 of them here in the first half.
Yeah, no hesitation either. Good confidence. She caught that in rhythm, squared up, and 2 for 3 from the 3-point line. You like the confidence.
Crimson on a bit of a scoring run now. They lead by 8. 3 ball by Walters. Back iron not good. Rebounded by Baronic. Lamker. Pass deflected to the corner. Brandt with Walters came out on her, and now she steps in for the steal. He'll back it out. Didn't have the numbers there. Open three, banked in for Tuazama.
I think I heard her say bank as she released it, so we're going to count that. Not easy to do from the top of the key there, but had it on point just a little bit long, but got the bank. Still counts.
18-13. Corman gets tied up. And now we get the jump ball call.
Yeah, nice offense. No one within 6-7 feet that time of Tuazama. No hesitation. She knocks it down, and a make is a make no matter how it goes in. You know, when I was preparing for this, John, I'm looking at Maple Grove and, you know, averaging 57 points per game, which is pretty low, but remarkably gives up only 48 points a game. So defensively, they've been so stout this year.
Walters trying to go to the basket, gets fouled by Baranek. That was one thing that especially concerned Coach Orlean was how well Maple Grove defends. That he can have a lot of empty possessions in a row, and then you come down and then you get worried about you're not getting shots up and you hurry a shot, and then all of a sudden it's another empty possession.
Well, I'll tell you the thing, the difference is like when you watch Hopkins, let's say defensively, they're going to get steals and run, and they're very transition, full court press, the pace is up and down. With Maple Grove, it's not so much that, it's just they don't make mistakes, and they defend you really hard and really thoroughly where you got to earn your points. And I think Osseo, you know, not a high-scoring team as well, only averaging 55, but they got 15 points here at this point. I think they got to be pretty pleased with that.
5-0 scoring run for them as Walters makes both free throws. White to Baranek. They swing it left side. Brandt in the paint by Corman. The defense here for Osseo. White comes up short on the three and rebounded by Choi.
And that's kind of that loose ball mentality there of Choi. Didn't have great position, but just fought for it, able to get that rebound. Those are the little plays that we talked about in the pregame that she makes. Oh, nice left.
Shot off the glass, up and in.
That was a beautiful left hand.
Tuazama with her second basket.
Well, you bank a three in, you get a lot of confidence. Look at her split the help and extend with that one arm. Beautiful finger roll. George Gervin would have liked to see that somewhere. How about the response here by the Orioles? Down 18-10, 7 straight points and a chance here to tie it.
Maple Grove taking a timeout here now as Osseo's pulled back within one. Our play of the week on CCX brought to you by Chick-fil-A of Maple Grove. Go to our website, ccxmedia.org. Click on the sports tab, then go to play of the week to vote on one of your favorite plays from the past week. John Jacobson, Ryan Iverson tonight at Osseo High School. Girls-boys doubleheader.
I kept checking. The 1 week we did Minnehaha Academy and Hopkins when all those dunks happened. You remember that?
Yes.
What won play of the week? Do you remember that week?
Kerwin Walton was one of the plays submitted. I don't know that he won that week.
That behind the back, and then he had that dunk.
Yes.
If you remember, Jalen Suggs had a pretty monstrous dunk. That was one. That was a game where there might be 4 or 5 plays of the week there. So I went to Chick-fil-A and I said, "Hey, I voted 4 times. Can I have 4 sandwiches?" They didn't let me.
Unbelievable.
I told them I knew John Jacobson. I got a Diet Coke.
They threw you out the door. Oh, you got something.
You know, the other fun thing about these Osseo Maple Grove doubleheaders is, you know, they play the girls game first, and you get the fans pour in for it. You love seeing more fans at the girls game as well. And I think it excites the girls. They play a little bit with more energy, a little bit more excited. So it's just, these are just wonderful atmospheres.
Free throw not good out of the timeout, so it remains a 1-point lead for Maple Grove. This is the only meeting this season between these two teams. They usually have met twice, but with the change of the conference this year, they've switched up the schedule. They just play each school once instead of playing teams in their own side of the division twice. Shot up and in. Basket good by Emma Cans, who just came in a whistle ago. First basket tonight for the sophomore.
She was in the middle that time and just great footwork. Nice job going through contact. Able to finish with the left hand. First basket, you know, since we've seen Abby Schulte go out of the game. Now keep in mind, they they were flowing pretty good offensively until she left the ball game.
Veronic gets up and blocks the shot there. Off to Mia Brack. Leah Wilson back in for the Orioles. Inbound comes to Brack and out top to Wilson. Orioles trailing by 3. Past the midway point of the first half now. Drive by Holman, up off the glass and in.
What I love there is it was a little floater from about 5 feet. So many kids, it's either a 3 or all the way for a layup. That time, recognizing the defender underneath there, floated up, great touch.
That's too high for Lampker and out of bounds. Cronin back in for Osseo. And she'll replace Caden Knutson.
Yeah, you're gonna just wondering, how long with Klein out, how long will Coach Erlene keep her out, and then how long will Coach Cook keep Abby Schulte out?
Choi traveled. Turnover Osseo.
I didn't see that, John. I did not see a travel there. Those are the kind of little plays I wish that we could just let happen, let play.
White into the hands of Veronic. Now it's Kelly Klons. Right corner, Lampker back out. Top of the key 3. Won't drop for Veronic. Rebounded by Osseo. Here comes Holman. Trying to take it to the basket. Lost it out of bounds. And now Klein is back in for Osseo. Senior with 5 early points, and Schulte returns for Maple Grove as well.
And you can just see how valuable both of those two are to their teams, specifically on offense.
Crimson still leading by 1 here. Under 7 minutes to go first half.
I think Osseo doing a much better job keeping the ball out of the middle. That time they get it in. You can see if they can get it into that middle, John, they can make things happen.
Cans on the block this time. Shot would go. And it was rebounded by Brack.
Well, dangerous play for Jaden Klein. She almost picked up her 3rd foul there.
Wilson, too long on the 3. Rebounded by Klein.
Oh, good D.
And then a strip and a steal for Klons. Schulte. Lampker goes inside. Cans up and in.
Great post feed by Lampker. Cans, just a beautiful job. That basket was caused because she created that position, got great spots. All she had to do was turn over left shoulder and shoot. Great job working before getting the basketball. Put yourself in a good scoring position.
Klein up and in for 3. Her second 3-pointer.
Just a nice looking shot too. Quick release. Sized up with Cans on it. I think realized she might have the quickness advantage there off the dribble and gave a little step and able to knock down the 3.
Lampker 3 is too strong. Offensive rebound though for Maple Grove. Then Schulte out of bounds.
In the game for the Crimson, 42, Sophia Gorman, 34, Ari Gordon.
So turnover, and it's back over to Osseo.
And for Osseo, number 10, Mo Tuazama.
Tied at 22. Here comes Klein. Drive. Shot gets blocked by Lampker. She'll push it ahead for the Crimson. In and back out for 3. Too strong. Out of bounds off Maple Grove.
Well, even though they missed that, that was great offense too against the zone. You play inside out, good post feed, a skip, get a good looking shot. And on the other end, I think that's what Maple Grove does defensively so well is it's not the primary defender getting the block, it's the help defender. It's being in the right position at the right time, making shots difficult for your opponent.
Drive way too strong on that shot by Wilson. Here come the Crimson. Schulte. Lampard back out to Schulte. Almost stolen, but she got it back.
Oh,
Scoop shot off the glass, too strong by Baranek. Foul up by Gordon. She gets fouled.
great fight by Gordon to keep that ball alive. You notice too, JJ, that if Lampker would just keep her dribble, maybe one or two more dribbles, she could get to the basket.
Have a chance to score more, yeah?
Yeah, and I think that would make her team that much more successful because she would be such a good scoring threat. She's got the talent to do it. There was plenty of arc on that one.
There was.
Harry Gordon, only a sophomore, great height at 5'10", and plays her tail off. She is a hard-working player.
Lampker rebounds and missed, but then lost the ball. That one almost brought rain. There's a lot of arc on that ball. Missed them both, so we stay tied at 22. Pass inside in traffic. Klein can't finish. Lampker rebounds.
That was a great high pick and roll. They got a good look with Klein, just unable to capitalize on it, but a good play, good execution.
In traffic, Corman. Nice move to score.
You see how she stopped her momentum there? It looked like it might be a charge or she was going to lose it. Able to stop, kind of regather herself, and a nice touch, able to get the bucket. Kind of ends the scoring drought here for the last couple of minutes that we've had.
3:40 to go in the half. Good close game. Jumper up to tie it by Wilson, not good. Rebound Schulte and gets fouled in the backcourt. Fouls on Tuazoma, her first. 5 team fouls now on Osseo.
Jasmine Choi, 25, Holman.
Choi and Holman back in for Osseo. Baranek. Foreman and back out. Here's Gordon. Foreman wanting to attack and back out. Baranek 3. Up and in. Crawled over the rim and down. And the junior's got her first points tonight.
Are we in Osseo or Maple Grove? That was a home cooking shooter's rim right there, but able to get it to drop. But again, playing inside out with Corman is what allowed that to be an open shot.
Back iron too strong by Holman. Chases it down, and then it's taken away. Baranek to the basket. Not good. Follow up, not good, but Schulte will go to the line.
Well, Schulte, great hustle getting down and getting that offensive rebound, but all set up by Baranek there. Great defense, gets her hands on the ball, able to take it down and at least get that shot up. But that's, you're always taught, I always teach our young players too, if you're not the primary guy in the fast break, follow it, sprint after it, because a lot of times you will get that offensive rebound. Don't take for granted that they're going to make it.
Caden Knutson back in. And Choi out. Schulte is 6 for 6 from the line. 29-22, so just like that, a 7-0 run, and then finally answered by Holman.
That was just a great give and go, and I love watching is that the 8th grader, I believe? That was Holman, yeah. Just a great basketball sense to cut hard like that, and great touch on the finish.
Lampker puts it on the floor, trying to get past Walters, cut off. Corman back out, Schulte tacking in a lot of traffic, but draws the contact. And we'll go back to the free throw line again.
I just have a feeling she's got her mindset, I'm not settling for threes, because they're open, and she's saying, no, I'm getting to the basket. And great players just have that knack for avoiding charges, but still drawing contact. And she's such a tremendous free throw shooter as well. What has she shot, 7 free throws? Yeah, I mean, just a lot of people don't shoot that, and in a couple of games, she's got that here in the first half. And I love, too, not settling against the zone, not being passive, but still attacking out of it.
She'll come out. Izzy Brandt back in, and I would guess with 2:17 to go, she's done for the half.
unless you do an offensive-defensive kind of substitution, if you're able to get that. You can see offensively, they got real stagnant when Abby went out of the game and came back in. Now they're back up by 7.
To Azoma. Lob off the hand and out. Off of Choi.
Well, that was the right play, and I'll tell you what, Jasmine Choi really did a great job of sealing. If that ball would have been just a little bit lower, she would have been able to turn, catch, and score. So it was good execution. Ball just drifted a little bit high.
Leah Wilson back in for Osseo. Under 2 minutes to play. Osseo by 7 here in the first half.
Well, remember too, and Izzy Brandt really the only one looking for that outside shot. Hit 2 of them earlier. See if they can find her spaced out.
Yeah, 3 ball. Sure enough, right side. This time it's Lampard though, hitting 3. That's her first made 3 tonight, and the 4th made by the team.
Great patience again, in and out. That ball gets to that middle. As a defender, you have to collapse to the basket, and if you're patient enough, you can get your teammate an open look.
3 answered by Wilson. 4th Osseo 3.
Tough shot too. Defender in her face. Beautiful looking shot.
.49 seconds to play. Lampard to Corman, gets double teamed, able to kick it out to Brandt. Open 3 for her, rattles in.
That's her 3rd one. And I just sensed that the last possession they were going to be able to find her. Again, an excellent job. I'll tell you what, Corman doing a great job playing the middle against that zone.
That 3 wouldn't go for Knutson. That comes Maple Grove. Gordon from Beranek scores.
Gordon's going to get the 2 points, but Beranek did a great job pushing it head up. And she didn't give it up too early. She gave it up just at the right time. Easy basket for Gordon.
Lead suddenly 12. Ball tipped by Gordon, but then right back to Knutson. Final second. Steal. Gordon will throw it up, and it'll come up just short at the end of the first half. So late scoring run by Maple Grove. They had a couple of spurts there to open up a lead. It was tied at 22 at one point, but now a 12-point margin for the Crimson. 39-27. Maple Grove is the score. Maple Grove able to do it from inside and out and getting some transition baskets, and they've got the lead. Let's go down courtside now. Ryan Iverson standing by with Mark Cook.
Thanks, John. Coach, they came out in a 2-3 zone. I thought you guys did a phenomenal job of finding the middle. And your guy, whoever was in the middle, did a great job of either scoring or looking opposite. Is that kind of the plan against that 2-3?
Yeah, we got to get baseline touches. I mean, we got to get that. We got to get things moving a little bit. We're kind of ignoring that. We're playing 4-on-5 right now because we're ignoring our baseline kid. We can break that 2-3 zone real apart if we can get that baseline kid a touch. So we got to work on that here at halftime.
Defensively, you guys are only giving up 48 points per game. Are you happy with what you saw there in the first half?
No, I thought we gave up way too much dribble penetration. We gave up too many second chance opportunities. Osseo came out and hit the ball, hit some shots, which is great. We knew we were going to get their very best. You know, that this is a rivalry game, and you got to be up, you got to be excited. You know, we played last night. Our kids got to get past that, and so we got to come out and have a little more energy, a little more intensity defensively in the second half.
There's a gal sitting behind us in the broadcast booth yelling really nasty things at you. It turns out it was your wife. I'll try to keep her calm here in the second half.
Calm her down. She gets a little wild out there. So no, she's got the whole family here tonight. Great supporters, and I love them. I'm blessed to have them. So
hey, before I let you go, how great when you do these double headers? Great atmosphere here for your girls' game as well.
It's a lot of fun. There's no more game that we have all season that creates playoff atmosphere than this one, and so our girls got to rise up and play a little better second half.
Awesome. Thanks. Good luck, Coach. Back to you, John.
All right. Thanks, Ryan. We'll hear from Coach Earleen before the start of the second half. 39-27, Maple Grove leads Osseo. We'll take time out. Back with more high school girls basketball from the Northwest Suburban Conference on CCX after this.
Yeah! Sam, Elmo!
Oh, hey, Julia. Are you ready to play band with us? I'm going to play my clarinet.
And Elmo's gonna play his drum. drum loud.
Oh, well, you know what to do, Julia.
Julia knows.
With Julia's autism, loud sounds can be too much.
But she still loves to make music. Play band.
Early screening for autism can make a lifetime of difference. Find out more at screenforautism.org.
When I never graduated from high school, I realized I wanted to go back to school because I didn't want to work these back-breaking jobs the rest of my life. With the help of my father and having my son, that was all the motivation that I needed to come back to school. I felt accomplished, made me feel that I could take on whatever challenges life throws at you.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
I surrender.
All right, pal. Get ready for the day, buddy.
Hey, Dad. Hey, Dad. Do we have a gun?
What's that?
Do we have a gun?
Maple Grove 39, Osseo 27. Northwest Suburban Conference girls basketball tonight on CCX1. Ryan Iverson, let's take some highlights from the first half here. Osseo able to get some points from the outside. Early the three there by Jaden Klein. She made 2 threes in the first half.
Nice looking shot. That was kind of that second afterthought there. And here's the banked 3 from the top of the key. Loving it.
4 made 3-pointers by Osseo in the first half. Good drive to the basket there to Zama with her other basket, able to connect. And then Klein stepping back and knocking down another 3. She leads Osseo in scoring so far here in the first half. Walters, good dish off, and then they drive by Holman to the basket. At the other end, Izzy Brandt had the hot hand, especially for Maple Grove from the perimeter, able to connect. Go inside, Abby Schulte able to score. Schulte not one at all settling for a jumper tonight. She's just taking it right to the basket, has been able to connect from the free throw line. She's another Brandt 3. Cans off the bench, a couple of baskets inside for the Crimson.
Her and Corman, I thought, both had great games. Great first halves there in the middle of that zone defense.
Combined for 8 perimeter points for Maple Grove off the bench. Schulte, the leading scorer in this game, 10. Brandt with 9 off of 3 threes. Lamker with 5, and for Osseo, Klein 8, Wilson, Holman, and Tuizama all with 5 points each. And that little spurt at the end putting the Crimson up double digits.
Well, remember Maple Grove was up 8. And then Osseo fought back, tied it up. It was kind of stagnant there. And then those last couple minutes of the half, Maple Grove pulling away. I think the key, too, in the second half, Jaden Klein's got to stay out of foul trouble. They need her aggressive on offense. They're going to need her scoring.
Let's look at the top 10 rankings in the state in Class 4A. Hopkins and Wayzata, we saw them last week on CCX. What a game that was. With Hopkins fun. Winning. And Hopkins got a test Friday as well from St. Michael Albertville, number 4, but won that game 88-80 for their 49th straight win. Farmington in between those teams at number 3. And the Centennial took a loss last night to Maple Grove. Park Center was playing Champlin Park tonight at number 6. Stillwater Rosemount, the Crimson at number 9, and Chaska ranked 10.
Well, how about the thing that stands out, John, is we get to call 6 or 7 of those teams and do their games throughout the year. I still am adamant that this is the best by a mile area for girls basketball, and it shows right there in the top 10 rankings.
Yeah, we'll see St. Michael Albertville. They're now a late conference team, of course, against both Wayzata and Hopkins coming up on our schedule in February.
You know Hopkins is good when you only lose by 8 and you think that was pretty darn close, right? Or Wayzata lost by 10 the game we did, and we thought, man, that was a nail burner. But that's how good they are. That if you can get to under double digits, it's considered almost a victory.
We'll take another break. We'll come back. Second half of action at Osseo High School. The first of our doubleheader, the Crimson and the Orioles on CCX. Continues after this.
$145 over 92.
180 over 111. I had a heart attack and a cardiac arrest and then a stroke.
Your blood pressure numbers could change your life.
If I would have followed a treatment plan, I would not be in this situation.
Lowering your high blood pressure could save you from a heart attack or stroke. If you've stopped your treatment plan, restart it or talk to your doctor about creating one that works better for you. Start taking the right steps at manageyourbp.org.
Now I'm, trying to get better, stronger than ever.
Hey!
Okay. If you love me enough to tolerate my perfect little pets and all their glorious dander, then of course you'll visit nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure I'm in the right car seat.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Today I'm going to talk to you about physics. Come on in, girls. Let's go. This is the first rocket to get humans to Mars.
Really tall.
I'm a rocket structural engineer, designing and building parts of the rocket. You are the generation that will be stepping foot on Mars. Do I have a group of astronauts on my hands?
Yes.
You can become a rocket scientist or whatever else you want to be.
Back we go. Ryan Iverson with Doug Erlane.
Hey, Coach, what'd you think of the first half?
I thought our start was really, really good. I think they knocked some shots down. A couple kids that, don't necessarily knock threes down, knock some threes down. Yeah, we're going to live with that. I thought defensively we were really good in the first half, and we just need to rinse and repeat.
Awesome. Have a great second half, Coach. Yep, you bet. Back to you, John.
Thanks, Ryan. Thanks to Coach Erlane. Able to keep it close, and I think he's right. The defense was good, and then Maple Grove able to create some turnovers, knock down some threes, and expand that lead in the last 4 minutes and get it up to double digits where it is right now. Crimson will have the first possession of the second half. Veronic carries it into the front court. So Ryan, for Osseo, what's their formula to get back into the game here? Bump on Lampard out high.
Yeah, I think for them it's playing that 2-3, but maybe you do a little something different out of it. You trap out of it. Something different. Get Maple Grove out of that rhythm. You got to keep that ball out of the middle of the floor. And then offensively, I'd like to see Osseo get out and run. I think they got some really good athletes and good speed that they can get out, get some easy baskets before Maple Grove's able to set that defense up.
Lampker drives, a little floater up and in. Nice shot.
That is what I wait for her to do, because you can see how effective she is. She's got that great height, but she's got great strength and good quickness for someone like that. She's able to get in that lane using her body and her height. Beautiful shot.
Leah Wilson will back it out. Almost stepped into the backcourt. She was very close. Being over and back.
Oh, good help.
The Holman back out. Wilson way long on the three. Rebounded by Gordon. She'll push it for the Crimson. Lampker into Baranik's hand. Schulte to Branton and back to Schulte. Maple Grove doesn't seem to rush their possessions often. You know, they're patient. They'll, for the most part, look for that the good shot.
Oh, good cut.
And Lampker can't get it to go on a feed from Schulte.
Yeah, and you wonder, too, at what point will Maple Grove maybe just pull them out of that zone, hold the ball, make them come out and guard them, too.
Holman, three, around and out. And rebounded by Baranik. Off on the wing. Schulte attacking, goes past Klein, reverses. Shot won't go, and rebounded by Klein. Lead remains 14 for Maple Grove. They're the only points so far in the half, and now answered. Good pass by Klein down to Choi for her first basket tonight.
Well, great vision by the feed there, but an excellent job by Jasmine Choi of setting her defender up. Kind of came like she was coming to the ball, and then a backdoor cut. Beautiful.
Brandt, her fourth three of the game.
Now she's continuing that hot shooting. That time, no hesitation at all. She's 4 for 5 from the three-point line. Tell you, when you got that inside and the outside working against his own defense, it makes it very, very hard.
Corner shot by Cronin, won't go. Rebound by Lampker. Ronick to Gordon, back to Lampker, looks inside. Schulte backs down her defender around and scores over Klein. Timeout, Osseo.
Yeah, just a nice move by Schulte. 5'9", so she's got very good height as a guard, and you can see how strong she is. But watch, she looked like a full-time post player there. Look at her using that right shoulder. She gets the contact, creates a separation, and then an easy finish. 7-2 run here to start the second half.
And now all of a sudden the margin 17 for Osseo, which a team that can score, but that's a lot to ask for them, even though there's a lot of time left.
Well, and you get the feeling Coach Erlin, he seems like a wonderful man, and you can see he's patient and he's a great teacher of basketball. And the hard part, I think, is when you're having a season where you're struggling, is keeping the girls to remember the long view, right? We're not going to win this year, but I got a lot of young players that we just got to keep getting better. And you got to limit the mistakes. You don't want to keep making the same mistake over and over. You want to see improvement. And I'm telling you, John, by the time some of these girls are in 10th and 11th grade, they're going to have 3-4 years of varsity experience. We'll be doing this game in a couple years, and Osseo might be able to flip the tables here on Maple Grove.
You know, one thing he said is, we just want to compete. I want our team to be able to compete night in and night out. That didn't always happen last year. Certainly wasn't happening a couple 3 years ago. They had a couple of really tough seasons. And for most part, they're being able to do that.
Yep.
Not winning every night, but you can compete. That's the first step.
Absolutely.
Getting back on a winning track. See what they can do here in the second half with under 15 minutes to go. Klein shot up and in.
And she's got that quick release, too. She can go from dribbling and looking like she's just trying to set the offense up into her jump shot. And she's hit them, too, tonight. I'd like to see her even be more aggressive. They need that spark scoring.
Gordon open, missed on the shot. Good feed from Brandt. Back come the Orioles. 3-on-3. Wilson got cut off travel.
Yep.
Well defended by Baranik.
Yep. Yeah, I haven't seen Baranik look slowed down at all with that ankle. She's going to come out of the game now, and you wonder, Coach Cook maybe just wanting her to rest her if they feel like they got this game maybe in hand, not wanting to aggravate. Those ankle injuries are the kind that can linger and last a lot longer if you don't rest them.
Well, she had an ankle injury earlier in the season as well, so same ankle.
Once you do it once, it's so much more susceptible.
Klons came in for her. Here's Brandt. This three, not good. Rebounded by Gordon, fighting for the ball with Choi. Alternate possession, and it's Osseo basketball.
Well, great job by Choi to get her hands in there. But I tell you what, don't you love when Ari Gordon decides to go get a rebound? She goes and gets it. She's done that a couple times tonight, flying in there.
She comes out. Sophia Corman back in for the Crimson.
Well, keep in mind, I thought Corman and Cans, coming off the bench in that first half, played great first halves, especially on offense against that zone. See if they can have an effective second half as well.
Drive by Holman. Choi, 3 from the corner, too strong. And I get a foul on Cronin as she fouled Baranek, who had rebounded it for Maple Grove.
You know, the other thing tonight,
Klons was the player that went down, my mistake.
You haven't seen Osseo get very many offensive rebounds. I thought Maple Grove does a nice job of one shot and securing that rebound, not giving offensive rebounds or second chance points.
Grant for 3. Good. Too strong as Choi rebounds. So she's missed a couple here. Choi pushing it, get it into the hands of Wilson, and all that's deflected and knocked out of bounds by Maple Grove.
Again, just solid defense, not fouling, but playing with your hands up and contesting every shot. Just nothing easy. And that's why, go ahead.
Flo Tuazama back in for Osseo.
That's why no one wants to play Maple Grove come section time or state tournament time. You might end up having more talent than them, and you might end up beating them, but it's not going to be easy, and you're going to have to play a pretty darn good game because they're just so tough defensively.
Klein to inbound. Her team trailing by 15 here. Just over 13 minutes to go in the second half. Choi, Lampard right up in her face.
You get the sense too, John, that Maple Grove is just physical. The girls are not only have pretty good height and length, but they got size and strength too.
Drive and an offensive foul. Well defended by Schulte.
Good aggressive drive. You like to see it by Wilson that time, but again, help defense. And that time Schulte just beat her to the spot, had her arms straight up in the air, and I'll tell you what, that's not always feel good when you take a charge. It can hurt sometimes, but that's selfless, great team defense.
Second foul on Wilson.
Nice pass.
Inside for 2. Schulte unable to get it to go. Ball tipped out of bounds off Osseo.
That was a heck of a pass. I think that was Baranek, wasn't it, from the top of the key, but almost kind of looking the defender off and just sliced it right down the middle there. That's one Abby Schulte is not going to miss too often.
Crowd filling in here. Again, the boys' game to follow. I think it's one thing that the coaches noted too when you get this doubleheader. For the girls, it's you get more fans than they normally do.
Yep.
War game, and that makes it more exciting and fun for them to play in front of an atmosphere like this. Glantz to Corman, she put it on the deck, too strong on the shot, follow up, Schulte's there. It's the offensive putback.
All set up by Corman, being aggressive that time, even though she missed it. Abby Schulte does a great job of getting herself in great offensive rebounding position and a quick leaper as well.
Drive by Klein.
Oh, nice move.
And 1.
She's good.
Yeah.
Like, she's really good. You can tell she's a good basketball player. She's quick. She's got good size. You see her using her strength that time on the drive. And that nice touch, too. We've seen her hit quite a few jump shots tonight, and there, the touch with the left hand.
Fouls on Corman, her second. Free throw out and rebounded by Lampker. 48-33, Maple Grove up by a dozen at halftime. Maintained a double-digit lead here in the first almost 7 minutes of the second half.
You heard Coach Cook tell me we want to get the ball in that baseline. You can see they got Jordan Lampker running the baseline. I'll tell you, that's what it does. It puts you in great offensive rebounding position, great strength, nice job. Not only getting that rebound, but able to finish through the contact.
Lampker getting the basket, foul on Walters. Jordan Lampker averaging about 15 a game, looking for a 10th point here tonight. Comes out, ball tipped by Corman to the corner and tracked down by Brandt. Good job by Corman to keep the possession for the Crimson.
Oh, nice
Great
seal.
pass inside. Corman unable to finish. Well defended by Klein. Here comes Wilson, or Tuazoma rather, for Osseo. Shot won't go. And handled by Maple Grove. We get a foul now on Tuazoma, trying to get it back from Baranek.
Well, Tuazoma missed that, but you see the strength and ferocity at which she attacked that basket. And that's kind of a frustration foul. You're down 17, you miss a layup, you want to try to get that steal, almost a little bit out of frustration.
Schulte back in, Lampker out for Maple Grove.
Oh, good look.
Corman to Klons.
Oh, nice look.
Down low, Schulte gets fouled.
I will tell you, MVP-wise, stat-wise, you're not going to see it, but I think Sophia Corman's had a heck of a game. She's done great. She's been the most effective player in that high post, and not necessarily for her to score, but she's skipping the ball opposite, getting open threes. That time, beautiful job looking at that baseline to Abby Schulte, who put herself in a good position to catch and score.
Schulte, 10 out of 10 from the free throw line tonight at 16 points.
I don't think any of them have hardly hit the rim either.
No.
They are pure.
Biggest lead of the game for the Crimson, now at 19. Just over 10 minutes to play in the second half. Maple Grove Osseo boys basketball still to come here tonight on CCX. Jay Wilcox, Ryan Iverson with a call on that one. Steal for Maple Grove.
You going to stick around and watch that
I will,
one?
absolutely. Here's Baranek to Brandt. Corman, one dribble and back out. And after missing a couple, Brandt back in rhythm with her 5th three-pointer of the game.
That was just beautiful basketball. Corman, again, I think could have taken that one and shot it. Instead, again, drew the defense, kicked it out. Easy shot for Brandt, who's hit 5 threes.
Turnover by Osseo. Baseline drive and back out. Schulte will back it out. And now they'll hold.
Yep.
For a moment anyway. And Corman lost it. Just turned it over herself. Back comes Osseo. Drive by Holman, gets fouled.
Nice job by Holman there in transition. Tell you what, she plays pretty fearless for an 8th grader. Not cautious, not settling for a jump shot. She attacks it hard and able to get that contact.
Von Baranek is her second. Lampker and Becca White into the lineup for Maple Grove. We talked about how well Maple Grove's played defense. They've only committed 16 fouls all night.
They do a good job of playing physical, but doing it right, not fouling, no cheap fouls, no dumb fouls. Oh, beautiful offense.
Oh, and Lampker unable to finish in a lot of traffic. And Mark Cook gets a timeout for his team. His player in trouble, surrounded by orange.
Kind of funny, both Jordan Lampker and Abby Schulte missed maybe their 2 easiest shots of the night here in the second half. Easy little putbacks.
Ryan, we've got about a month left to go in the season for boys basketball, just under that for girls basketball.
Isn't it crazy how fast seasons fly by? I still feel like it was yesterday we did our first football game of the season, and here we are almost through the winter. And take a look at the shooting comparison tonight. I think the thing that really stands out, two things, are almost 50% from three for Maple Grove, and then look at that, 12 out of 15 free throws. So they, not only are they doing a nice job attacking the basket, getting to the free throw line, but they're converting as well.
So we got 8:53 to go in the second half. Maple Grove comfortably in front here and looking for wins on back-to-back nights after that victory over Centennial on Monday.
And that was big just for the conference standings as well, taking the #1 seed.
Three ball missed from the corner, and Cronin couldn't stay in bounds, and it stays with Maple Grove. White, a little short on the three. Lamker had a hand on the ball. Couldn't control it. It's out of bounds to Osseo.
Nice play by Tuazama that time just to throw it off the Maple Grove knee there to keep possession of it. That's what you want to see. Tuazama only a sophomore, so another young player, but playing each possession like it matters, right? You're down 20. You know, you're not going to probably win this game, but play it, compete, learn how to handle every situation, learn how to play it like it matters. And nice job.
Caden Knutson trying to drive on Cans. And goes it back out to Tuazama. Osseo resets. Schulte knocks the ball free. Tuazama gets it back. Knutson will attack. A little pull-up shot. Good look. Ball wouldn't go down, and rebounded by Maple Grove. Schulte with it.
Oh, she did a great job there of shot faking, getting space. Just a little bit short on the jumper.
Brandt and Schulte playing catch there. Top to the left side. Now White back out. Schulte starts a drive. To Branton, back to Schulte.
You see Osseo came out of that zone. Now they're going to play a little bit man-to-man.
Schulte, our breakdown, her defender goes up and scores. So quick to the basket.
I was going to say, you see when she decided to go, it was a right-to-left crossover and one hard dribble. She was at the rim. That's that explosive turn of foot that she has.
Pull-up shot, not good for Knutson. Cans rebounds. A 22-point Maple Grove lead with under 7 minutes to play. Osseo will be back on home on Friday night. They'll face Tutina Grace. Cans releases and scores. Great feed from out top by Schulte.
Well, some excellent set action that time by the Crimson, and Abby Schulte, great job of that high-low pass. Not always easy, but I'll tell you what, Emma Cans did a great job again sealing, and the pass was put on the target, able to catch and finish. Beautiful offense.
Starting to say Osseo will be home here Friday night against Tutina Grace. Then they'll play in the Community Clash event at St. Michael Albertville on Saturday against Big Lake. And for Maple Grove at Andover on Friday. Maple Grove Osseo boys basketball still to come tonight on CCX1. Crimson coming in off an overtime loss to Tutina Grace on Friday, looking to bounce back against their rivals from Osseo here tonight.
Yeah, that one's usually always competitive either. It doesn't matter what their records are. The same kind of deal with these girls. These boys, a lot of them played AAU together, and you know, in the youth program, Osseo Maple Grove are together all the way through 8th grade. So a lot of these guys are teammates for 4 or 5 years, and then they split up. So they know each other. They've competed against each other. Some of them love each other, and some of them don't love each other. And so it always makes for such a fun rivalry.
Knutson inbounding. Here's Holman, little floater up. Back iron not good. And rebounded by Schulte. Gives it up on the pass to Brandt. Brandt gets it stripped away. Turnover, and then Maple Grove gets it right back. White turns and stays on that wing into Cans above the block. Goes up, too strong in the shot. Weak side rebound, Gordon up and in.
Well, Cans drew so much attention that time, the weak side defender had to come over and help, and that allowed Ari Gordon there to just rip through and in a perfect spot for that offensive rebound and putback.
6 points tonight for the sophomore Gordon. Wilson. And we get a blocking foul, and Wilson's going to go to the line for 2. Fouls on Gordon, her first. Freshman off.
In the game for the Crimson, number 12, Patrick Rice, is for Osseo, 44, Tamia Brack, and number 25, Ava Holman.
Holman and Tamia Brack returning to the Osseo lineup. Second free throw was good for Wilson. 6 points for her tonight. Veronic, who's back in for Maple Grove, will bring it into the front court. Maple Grove with a late scoring run in the first half. Able to break this game open, led by 12 at halftime, and never really threatened here in the second half at all.
Well, you got to remember this score was tied 22-22.
Yep.
You know, and since then it's been 33-14 run. So that's
bounce pass inside. Cans in the paint, back out. And Choi fouls Gordon on the drive. Fourth foul on the senior. And that's the 7th team foul. So it's 1-on-1 for Ari Gordon. Missed everything. Out of bounds to Osseo. Lampard in, Cans out for the Crimson.
Well, Cans again productive minutes there, and there are a couple of nice moves, some nice passes. Cans and Corman, I thought, two of the big difference makers here in this game tonight. If you're Osseo now, you want to just see some good offense, some good, get a couple of baskets, get your confidence going, finish this game off the right way so you can build off of it.
Walters keeps that possession alive and able to get into the hands of Wilson, who knocks down the 3, but that was all Lyric Walters.
Yep. Walters' great hustle, and again, Alea Wilson, you can tell, only a 9th grader, but she's got confidence and a nice jump shot. She's going to be a heck of a player.
Lampker taking it strong and traveled. Klein able to defend her and force the turnover. Veronic out. Cans returns for Maple Grove. (61-39). We close in on 4 minutes to play in the second half. Maple Grove closes in on a 15th win this season.
There was that soccer kick right there, showing off the soccer skills.
Another three. This one not good, but a pretty good look there by Wilson. White finds Lampker. You get a foul on Klein. Picked up 2 early fouls, but that's the first foul since on Jaden Klein.
Well, and I think that was an important moment in the game because you remember Osseo was back and forth there early, and Klein having a really good start to this game offensively. Picked up that second foul, went on the bench, and they kind of lost their rhythm a little bit after that.
Lampker unable to connect on the front end of the 1-and-1. Walters gets it back into the hands of Wilson. Walters for 3. Off the mark, foul up underneath. That won't go. And a defensive rebound by White. Lampker cutting White to Gordon. Lampker will drive. Bumped by Klein again. And Lampker back to the line for a 1-and-1.
On Osseo, 13, Jaden Klein, 4, 19, Middle 101, Bill
Lampker with her 10th point tonight. One more free throw coming.
That was her third chance at getting into double digits.
Right.
Had a couple of missed free throws earlier. That time able to hit it.
In the game for the Crimson, number 5, Kelly Klein, 42, Sophia Corbin.
Corbin and Klons back in as Lampker makes both free throws. Under 3 minutes to go in the second half. Maple Grove will win their 6th in a row in the all-time series between these teams as Walters hits a 3.
Nice looking shot there against the zone. No hesitation, knocks it down.
6 made 3-pointers in the game for Osseo, 7 for Maple Grove. Lampker able to score inside.
Little hesitation there, but she uses her body so well when she can get that first step on you.
That one won't go, and Lampker with the rebound. Schulte. Lampker and 1. That's
nice,
a great play.
Yeah, nice pass, great cut. And not easy to do when you're cutting like that to not only catch it in traffic, but have the body control to get your shot off and make it. Excellent, excellent play.
Another assist for Schulte.
Yep. Well, Lampker went from 9 to 15 points here in just about a minute and a half. Just a methodical win, I think, for Maple Grove today.
Offensive rebound by Anna Stern, who just got into the game. And she'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Well, if you look at production, Anna Stern's leading the team. She's been in the game for 1 second, offensive rebound, and a chance for 2 points. That's what you want to do, though. You get your time, whenever it comes. Whether you're young, you're older, you don't know how much time you're going to get. You want to get in there, make the most of it. Nice job by Anna Stern doing just that.
First one off. Delaney Seward, another junior forward like Stern, into the lineup, replacing Lampker. Lampker with 15 points. And 3 players at least 15. Ryan, she and Brandt, and Schulte leading the way with 18.
Well, I think all Brandts were on threes, right? 6 threes. Does that sound right?
5 threes, yeah. Drive to the basket. Klons can't get it to go. Orioles, this is Walters for three, short. Rebound Crimson.
Nice box out there. It's box out cancer tonight, but I'll tell you, the Crimson defensively have done a heck of a job boxing out tonight, not allowing any or very few offensive rebounds for the Osseo Orioles.
Down low and Seward up and in. What a great pass from White.
Yeah. I think Maple Grove's done a nice job rolling to the basket. And those aren't always easy catches either when you're on the move like that, but they've done a great job of catching them and being able to finish.
Jasmine Woodford, a freshman guard, number 20 in for Osseo. Kara Hope, number 15, sophomore guard for Crimson in.
Well, Maple Grove averaging 57 points on the year offensively. So tonight, very nice, very efficient offensive game, 69 points.
Officials timeout. There's some time that didn't come off the clock. I'm going to take a couple more seconds off the clock here, down to 55 seconds. All right, and we're ready to inbound. Seward into Hogue. Brings it up against pressure, gets the ball to the front court. Hey, wide open underneath is White.
Yeah.
What a steal by Walters. Comes out of nowhere and picks it off for the Orioles. Shut up by Brack. Not good, and rebounded by Maple Grove. Go inside, basket up and in. So unable to convert from the free throw line. Stern able to make the basket here.
Nice job again, passing. I'll tell you what, the majority of Maple Grove's baskets tonight, John, have come off of assists. Very few just drives or isolation type basketball. Moving the basketball, pass, and score have been really impressive.
And they put up 71 points. And a good win for the Crimson. After their win against Centennial last night, they come back and beat their rivals here 71-42.
Yeah, just took command at the end of the first half, and I thought the beginning of the second half, John, Osseo needed to come out and make a run to start it, and instead it was Maple Grove who had that run and really put this game away early in the second half.
We'll take a quick timeout, come back, wrap things up here from Osseo with the girls' game. Crimson over the Orioles, 71-42.
Oh, hey, Julia. Are you ready to play band with us? I'm going to play my clarinet.
And Elmo's gonna play his drum. Drum loud.
Oh, well, you know what to do, Julia.
Julia knows.
Mm-hmm. With Julia's autism, loud sounds can be too much.
But she still loves to make music. Play band.
Early screening for autism can make a lifetime of difference. Find out more at screenforautism.org.
When I never graduated from high school, I realized I wanted to go back to school because I didn't want to work these back-breaking jobs the rest of my life. With the help of my father and having my son, that was all the motivation that I needed to come back to school. I felt accomplished, made me feel that I could take on whatever challenges life throws at you.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Maple Grove wins their 15th game of the season. Ryan Iverson standing by with one of the winning Crimson players.
I'm here with Abby Schulte. Abby, 18 points. This game was tied at 22. You guys just ran away with it. How were you able to do it?
I think we brought a lot more energy in the second half, and we really focused on our defense and getting stops and then turning those stops into points.
You guys were going against a 2-3 zone. You normally handling the ball. You were getting in the post there a little bit. Was that kind of fun?
Yeah, I like to play the post and get low sometimes when I fully trust Kylie as our point guard, so it was fun getting to play a couple different positions.
Against that zone, it was the goal to get the ball into the middle, because every time you guys seem to do that, you either got a ball reversal, open shot, or a drive.
Yeah, for sure. We feel like a weak point in their zone was definitely the middle, and you can find baseline low wings for shooters, and it's just kind of our starting point. When we get the ball there, we have a bunch of different options.
You've had a game this year where you had 40 points. Tonight you had 18, but you had a bunch of assists. What's more fun, getting the teammates involved, or do you like going for some of those big numbers?
Oh, for sure, getting my team involved. I feel like it's so much fun having lots of assists, and getting the whole team involved is really fun. And I like to spread out our scoring too, especially because then teams don't know how to guard us. We have so many different people and different ways that we can score, and it makes it hard to defend.
How fun is this rivalry, this Osseo Maple Grove rivalry, when you got a doubleheader? You see the stands already getting full. Is that a lot of fun to play in?
Yeah, I definitely look forward to this game, and we plan a lot for this game, and I'm sure Osseo does too, and so we're just ready for a battle every time that we get the rivalry game, and it's a lot of fun.
Are you going to stick around for the boys game tonight?
Yeah, I think so.
I need a score prediction tonight. What are you thinking?
Oh, I have no idea. I just hope it's a good game.
Well, congrats on a good game for you tonight and your team. Great job. All right, back to you, John.
All right, thanks very much, and congratulations to Abby Schulte and Maple Grove, 15-4 on the season. And they'll hold that top 10 ranking with 2 wins already this week over Centennial, and now Osseo, the Orioles, dropped to 5-12 on the season. That will do it for our coverage tonight from Osseo High School. A reminder, the boys' game still to follow tonight on CCX1 between the Crimson and the Orioles. For Ryan Iverson and all of our crew, I'm John Jacobson. Thanks so much for tuning in.